How's it going, gamers? Toba here, welcome back to another video. Today is on the CaverCraft server, and this is one of two episodes, which is before Christmas. I'm currently on my way to see Mr. Slowcart, and I have a present here for him. So, let's see how he reacts. I have present. Bam. Keep box. He now has a shulker box and 3 5 diamonds because that hadn't been crafted into diamond blocks yet. I currently have like 13 diamond blocks in my diamond chair, in my diamond what's it called? Diamond shulker box, so yeah, it's pretty good. Anyway, in today's video, I just want to do a cut back now, but I need to go have a look at because one, I need to actually build the room. I'll make it. And two, we're gonna start a storage system. To store stuff in. Pretty self-explanatory. Anyway, I'll see you guys back when I have a load of resources. And we're back. As you can see, we are in a new room. Just below here. We're going to begin construction of the thingy. We're only going to set up 3 modules to make sure it works, and we'll probably set some more off camera. But let's get right into it. Shall we? So this is for the stuff and that. This is for input. This is for the modules. So if you want to find one, divide all of this by 3. If you want to make one yourself, divide all this by 3, and you find the stuff you need. And then this is for filter stuff. This is building blocks, and then some other extra stuff. Right. Let's go.
Basically, everything that you'll need. Just remember, you'll need to do a little math depending on how many items you want to sort. So let's start with our input mechanism. This is going to be how we get our items into our sorter. So wherever you're going to start building your farm, place a dropper down. We will have our water stream in front of this dropper, so plan on that. Now, next to this dropper, we need to set up a small little circuit to make sure this dropper fires.
1, 2. Hoppers. Droppers can go like back here, I think. No, there.
Items as soon as they get into the dropper. Now, to set up this little circuit, we will need blocks placed in a particular order. So right next to your dropper, you should have blocks placed in a
So we need to do like an X next to the dropper. No one's gonna see this, so I'm just gonna use me some good old cobblestone. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. Bam. Perfect.
a 5 formation, like I have here, and then behind that 5, you will need 1 more block and then 2 there.
Right, so we need 1 there, 2 there. Got it!
The circuit that you will need to make this thing work is as follows. You need a comparator facing out of the dropper, then a redstone dust on that middle block, then another redstone dust in the bottom on this corner block there. Then behind this whole thing, we need a repeater and
shoot. That is a big Right. Redstone dust. That.
in the bottom on this corner block there. Then behind this whole thing, we need a repeater and
then bottom corner block here. Repeater.
one final dust wrapping it back in.
Final dust. And that. And that.
Into that comparator. Now go ahead and add one tick to your repeater at least. You can add
one
more, but this one tick is to prevent overflow. And then to finish this all off, we will need a hopper going into that dropper and a chest somewhere. Now, this is going to be your input chest, so this is what you will see. That means if you'd like to make things work a little better, you can, of course, add hoppers and, you know, have this chest.
Okay, yeah, I can move this where I want. But this is to check. So we'll just have it here so we can check, but I'll move it so I can. I'll move it later, but I'll just. For now, I'll leave it there.
Just wherever you'd like it at in your base. And if you want to test it, go ahead, throw an item in, and you should see that that item is thrown out and into the void for me. Description, and this is relative.
Whoops.
Start with our input.
Right, so if I test this. That's good. Now we need that item sort.
So now we need to start setting up the actual sorter here. To do this, I recommend you go at least 2 or 3, depending on how you look at it, blocks away from the start of your water, which again will be right in front of your dropper. After moving those 2 blocks, you're going to need to have some hoppers. So go ahead and start with a hopper facing out. You don't want it facing down into a block. Then below that hopper, you'll want a hopper facing in.
That was spooky. Oh, the chests are gonna have to go on the floor. Shoot.
Into your first storage chest. It can be a double chest.
And then we need the second hooper. Right. So I thought I'd say this. Oh, I need more chests. I did get more chests. That's one thing I didn't get more of. Basically, I thought I'd say this. The next 2 episodes, one will be more Christmassy themed and stuff. But yeah, which one will probably come out on Christmas itself. So yeah, that will probably, yeah, you know, I mean it'll be more Christmassy. Wood. 5. That'll do. One of them will just be a single chest for now. And I'll make it a double in between episodes. And I'll probably also add more in between episodes as well. And I'll put the input in a more practical place.
It can be a single chest if you'd like. Now we need to create our hopper locker, which is actually pretty easy to make. To start setting this up, we'll need to place some blocks down, of course. Start by going 3 blocks out from your bottom hopper.
3 blocks out from bottom hopper. That's very convenient.
In the middle, go 1 more block down, and then you'll need another block diagonal.
So then we go 1 there, 1 there, like that.
Down from that. To finish this back portion off, go ahead and place 1 more block.
Wait, I just realised I put this. Oops. Put this on the wrong side. Then I need to go. Like that.
Just like that. Now, of course, I'm assuming you're not building this in a void, so you may already have blocks in here, and you'll just need to dig things out. So now the circuit. You need 1 comparator facing out of that.
Redstone time. Comparator facing out.
Top hopper. Then we need 3 redstone dust, just like
Dust.
that. Then we need a repeater facing forwards into a
repeater
block that has a torch on the other side of it.
Wow.
That is our sorting little circuit here. This is the thing that will lock your hopper with items in it so the sorter actually works. We will, of course, be locking items in a hopper, and then when the right item passes over the hopper, they'll be pulled down into that hopper, if that all makes sense. So let's say we want to store, I don't know, like 3 items in total. That would mean that you need to just kind of replicate this thing exactly 2 more times right next to it. You don't need to, leave any gap.
It is
Yeah, I'll
literally free money. Why would you not install it? Honey, but not this one.
I'll build it again.
Or anything like that. Just keep replicating this circuit that I'm building here
we'll get one
as many
done
times
and
as
do
you
everything
really
off
need
camera.
to. Well, now let's talk about locking your hopper and making sure only, say, bones go into this first chest. Go into the top hopper and place 4 placeholder blocks, and then just place a stack of whatever else you're going to sort. You will notice items start to leave the hopper, and that is perfectly normal. These items should be filtering down into the chest below, but the items are going to stop at 41. That means there will always be 41 of whatever item you are sorting inside of the hopper, which is a thing. But if you're sorting things like mob loot, it shouldn't really be a problem in the grand scheme of things, because if you're using an auto sorter, you probably are going to sort a lot of items. Now, there will also be 1 more item in the lower hopper, and that is completely normal. The excess should have been filtered down into your lower chest. So you're going to need to repeat this process with each and every item. So let's say next I would want to do zombie flesh.
I was done. Finishing.
Well, I am going to want to sort. Finally, we're going to want to put an excess chest on here just in case things do go over here and don't get picked up. And then, of course, we'll need to block this in so we can put our water in here, and the water, of course, doesn't go and spill.
Block this in. Block this in. Like that. So water doesn't spill on the redstone.
of our circuits. Now I'm doing this with glass, but you really could do it with anything. Now, one final essential block is right in front of this hopper, basically right up.
So then I do. You know, this was a lot easier than I thought it would be.
Above where the dropper will shoot the items. We don't want our items to be shot out and then, you know, bounce around or anything like that. So just put a block right above there, and then you're good to go. That's all you would need to do. So let's say you want to expand this thing. You're trying to sort more than 5 or so items, or even less. That's actually pretty easy to do. As you probably know, water only flows 8 blocks, so we'll have to add in some kind of water extension. To do that, I recommend you place a block of ice at the end of wherever the water is, and you don't have a sorter right there, and then put a slab right above it, and then after the slab you can place another water source, and it will go.
Okay, that works. So it should now. If I just throw some dirt in as well. This cobble. That's good. This is good. Add more camera, add stuff what we need. But yeah. Now the only last thing to do is check. I'll do a lot more work to this off camera. But yeah, this is good. Oh yeah, dirt probably wasn't the best choice considering they're placeholder items. Let's go with these stone bricks. They should, if I did this correctly, all be waiting there just for me. Right, so if I take these out. Yes. That is good. So, we've done well today. So, we'll see what we do in the next one. And peace.